Hi, I'm Nathan with Cabinets for You. This is Fish. He's going to be helping us do the assembly for an O339024, which is an oven cabinet. It's 33 inches wide, it's 90 inches tall, and it's 24 inches deep. Let's get started. We're going to start on the side panels. First, we're going to put the L brackets. We're going to get these screwed on around the edges to make it easier when we go to assemble the other portion of this cabinet. When we put the L brackets on, make sure that we put them on the edges of the grooves, all around, on the bottom and on the inside. So when you put the front panels and side panels on, then they're easy to attach. Once you have the L brackets put on, you can set these off to the side and we can move on to the faceplate. We'll put the L brackets on. You have pre-drilled holes all the way around it, so you'll be able to know exactly where these go. Yep. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the side panels on. We'll make sure that these align with your grooves so that when you put the floor panel on and the tops and the shelf board, that these will all align evenly. They'll be easy to slide in. Way. Yes, it's so huge. Yeah. The next side, we're going to do the same thing. Just make sure all the grooves match up, and then you can attach them with the L brackets. So now we're going to go ahead and put the bottom panel. There's a center shelf and then there's a top panel. So we'll go ahead and slide these in to the grooves that are already milled out on all three, and then we'll get those attached by the L brackets that we already put on the faceplate. Next, we're gonna put the glide brackets on. This is for the drawer glides. There's already holes pre-drilled, so you just slide these in, just like that. And once you have the back panel put on the back of the cabinet, you have these grooves here in the slides that will slide right on top of this, just like that, once you get the back panel put in. That just gives you an idea of what we're going to be doing on the other side of this cabinet. Screws in. Now that we got these brackets screwed in, we're gonna go ahead and flip this panel over and put it in on the other side. When you're putting this in, make sure that the grooves slide in down here. The bottom will go in first, like so. You'll lift up the top panel and you'll slide that down over the edge like that. You have pre-drilled holes here that you'll put the long black screws in, and that's gonna hold this in place. Getting excited? Man. Just the L brackets there now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll put the toe kick on. So this is the part where you do need a nail gun. So now we'll put the doors on. The hinges are pre-drilled, so you just slide these in. You already have 2 holes. You'll put those in. You have pre-drilled holes on both sides of the face frame. There'll be 1 screw for each of those. Like that, slip out. Back up. I need to get in there, like inside the cabinet. And make sure you put the rubber bumpers on the insides of the doors, on both corners, so that when they shut even. If you go to shut the cabinet doors and they're uneven like this is totally normal. You have a 6-way adjustable hinge. You just You can just turn these out and it'll pull your door backwards. So when you shut it, it will no longer hit. If there's any more adjustments that need to be made, it can go up, down, in or out accordingly. For the drawer glides, like we said before, you can just slide these in the back and just make it flush. There's pre-drilled holes on the inside, and you just put one screw in on each one. Good. Yep. You're gonna notice a couple extra pieces here. What these are for is depending on the oven size that you're gonna go with, you may have to cut this opening a little bit wider, a little bit taller, a little bit deeper, depending on what you have. So what these are for is on the inside of the cabinet, you'll screw these to the sides, here or here, and then you have your shelf board that'll lay right on top of that to carry the weight of your oven, whichever you choose. So now we're gonna go to the drawers. They're all dovetail construction, so they're pretty easy to put together. You're gonna have two of the smaller pieces, and these are gonna be your sides. You're gonna have one larger piece that's gonna be on the back. You're also gonna have the floor to the drawer, and so this is gonna go like so. And once you get all this put together, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get your nail gun and nail all the edges to make sure you get a tight fit. So these are the clips for the drawers. These are gonna connect to the glides that we put on earlier. You're gonna make sure that these go on each corner. They're gonna screw in. There's pre-drilled holes, so it'll be easy to put in. Once these are put in, go ahead and make sure you put your bumpers on. On the drawers, we'll put them on all four corners. And we can get this put in. So these should slide right on. Once you put it in there, you'll push forward on the back of the glides and it'll connect and clip right into the front of those clips that you just put in. And that's how you install the drawer. This is a shelf board for the top of the cabinet. The shelf pins will go right into the pre-drilled holes. Once you have those where you'd like it to be at, make sure that you use the finished edge for the front, and you'll just slide this in. And just drop it on wherever you put those pins, and it'll just sit right on top like that. And that's how you complete the assembly for an O33 9024 that's an oven wall cabinet.